Hello and welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Today I want to be talking about PvP fights and the strategy that I go through whenever I'm looking at enemy teams, how I pick my heroes, how I try to do my counters, and the pets that I would be using for each. So we're going to go ahead and start an arena. I have about 40 minutes before my time comes for my reward. And we're going to go through a couple of these teams. The first team that I'm going to be facing, Paper Tiger. You can see here he has a standard Dante, Nebula, Orion, Augustus, Dorian matchup. And what I am going to do is I am going to give him this look. Actually, no, we're gonna change this to Axel. So I'm gonna go Aurora, Isaac, Sebastian, Heidi, and Lara Croft. Now, what I'm thinking here is Dante is the best way to beat him is to dodge him. So the Aurora and Heidi are both dodge artifact heroes, meaning if they ultimate, then they allow the entire team to dodge. And so I'm using both of these so that as soon as Dante uses his first attack, which will come quick, that hopefully a lot of my team will be able to dodge that and then gain a lot of energy because they dodged a lot of damage, which then they would be able to ult. I'm using Isaac to counter these two, um, which are the Augustus and Orion. I'm putting Axel on Isaac, which is not my favorite pet to put on there, but I also want to make sure if Isaac gets hit at the very beginning, he doesn't die from Dante. And the Axel, what it does is it protects him. I think it gives a max of 35% damage that he can take on any one hit. So he's guaranteed not to die. Sebastian putting Oliver just to increase his health pool and be able to heal up a little bit. Albus, I am putting on Heidi because what the expectation is Dante is going to be missing Heidi, and Heidi is going to be throwing the spore that will be really killing this entire team. And then I also use Lara Croft at the end just to be able to stun the team. Let's go ahead and see how this works out. So you can see I kind of try to counter 2 to 3 heroes and put a team around that. Now the key is having a lot of heroes that you can choose from, or like kind of heroes that, okay, so you can see here I just ulted. That puts this right here that allows a dodge all my heroes on my team, a dodge artifact for 8 seconds. This is going to make it a lot harder for Dante to hit my team. All right, he actually already died before anything. You can see here Orion on his team just ulted, but not before Lara Croft got them with with her stun. Now you'll see Sebastian also just put his effect into place, so Augustus's debuff is a little bit neutralized. All right, so now that stun just hit, or the Orion just hit, and so Isaac was able to use his ult to silence, and now you can see here their entire team is dying pretty quick. And my team's hurt a little bit, but not terribly bad, and that moves me to number 5. All right, let's do another team. Let's do this one. This one's going to be pretty easy too. Let's switch this out. This is kind of one of my standard teams that I use. And I like this team a lot because I got dodge artifacts still. I got Celeste to. This is a double healer team, so Celeste debuff really helps stop their healing. I'm using Nebula to boost Celeste so that she can do a lot of damage, but it also boosts Heidi, which is going to be used to really kill this team. And then I use Iris to just bring down the tank. Now, I'm not worried about Yasmin. I'm not worried about Yasmin because I have 1, 2, 3 dodge heroes and 2 dodge artifacts, so my entire team will probably be dodging a lot of heroes. My Celeste is going to be stopping Martha a good deal. Iris is going to be too slow to kill Aurora, and even if she does, the rest of my team will have won before that point. And Astaroth is very tanky, but we'll just have too much damage for him to, even after the resurrect, for him to stop. I kind of predict that like the Yasmin is not going to do much to my team. We'll see though. All right. So we start, And Yasmin is going to start to attack, and okay, did get one hit in. Another hit in, but I already got my dodge artifact up. That's going to really hurt Yasmin now. And that will help my dodge artifact go again. So we got 2 dodge artifacts in place now, and a third. So now 3 dodge artifacts, and I think Celeste just put her debuff on already. All right, so now I want to show you this. You see Yasmin is targeting Iris. Iris is not normally a dodge hero, but because I have 3 dodge artifacts, now Iris is dodging Yasmin's attacks. You can see there all those dodges that happened. So she got hurt a little bit. There was a couple, but it did not kill her nearly at all. And in the meantime, their team is taking a lot of damage, and there we go. We finally got the Heidi using the ult off, so you're going to start to see this team go down real fast now with boosted. And 4 are dead, and now we're just going to clean up the last one. And none of my team died. If like you look at the end, let's take a look at the end of the battle. Let's see where the damage was, right? You can kind of see their team's going down, goes down a little bit, but like here's what happens at the end of the battle. Hurt a tiny bit, but the whole team is basically up and running, right? So yeah, that's an easy victory. I'm not going to use my last one just in case someone does come and takes my spot before. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. Now let's talk, and we can go ahead go into Grand Arena. Let's talk about Grand Arena. Let's try to take first place. Nope, that's a guildie. Can't take first or second. Both of those are guildies. Or third. What about fourth? Fourth is not a guildie. Perfect. All right. So let's talk about different teams. I have 3 I would consider main teams that I use in the Grand Arena. First one is a physical attacking team. This is going to be using Sebastian, Isaac, and there is a reason why every single one of these heroes is selected. Number 1, we have Jing Mao. Jing Mao is used as a tank with Aiden. That basically gives Jing Mao a lot of health. And kind of is a dodge hero also, and especially against this Rufus Julius line is very good. I use Isaac. In this team, Isaac is actually not that good because there's only 2 magic dealers. Julius is physical, Nebula is physical, Heidi is going to be doing pure damage on the ult. I think their basic attack might be magic damage. I'm not 100% sure. Rufus is magic, but doesn't really do anything. But so this is not going to be that great here, but I'm actually not going to even update it. Sebastian is going to be helping crit for my physical attack heroes, which are all 3. Lara is going to be able to stun and has really good chemistry with this kind of line here. And I'm using Kayn as a pet, mostly because helping the dodge ability. Now we go to the second team that I'm going to use, and let's actually go through this first battle, and then we'll go through the second, and if necessary, the third. But let's see how we do here. Again, since Jing Mao is a dodge hero, I would expect her to ult faster than anyone but Sebastian. Got 1 dodge. We're going to see Sebastian in just a second. Boom. There we go. Jing Mao's energy is increasing little by little. Not really even hurt. And going to ult. That's going to push these heroes back. That's going to kind of start the process of... ooh, man. They just took out Isaac pretty quick. All right, but I'm starting to... I killed Rufus. And, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. This team usually has a very good success rate against that particular line, but it looks like I just wasn't able to ult fast enough at the beginning of the battle. She didn't dodge enough. Let's go to the next one. Okay, looks like we're going to be facing a similar team. We got the Aurora, Sebastian, Orion, Augustus, Dorian versus kind of my combo of that. I'm glad they're not Nebula boosted. This is going to be who can kill each other the fastest. Dodging doesn't really matter in here. What does matter is these ults. Gotta ult fast. And yep, they're gonna. Oh, that was a close one. I would actually given them the slight edge because my Augustus had the debuff on him with Sebastian there, but I was able to out DPS them for that one. Now comes the third line, which is the same line that I just faced at the very beginning. And it looks like they're using an Isaac. That's not going to be good against me. Iris is kind of worthless against Rufus. That's good. This one is anti-dodge. I'm not worried about that. And Dante is actually going to help buff Heidi up, so I would expect to win this one. This team is very defensive. I actually put the Flag of Frost, I think, on here, which actually that might not be the Flag of Frost. I think I need to update the flags on there because that one doesn't look right. Should have the Flag of Frost on here to slow down their abilities. They would have to get a little bit lucky to kill my Rufus. They would have to have one of these three damage to kill. But my shields are about to come up in just a sec. We have kind of like a double shield on Rufus and Julius, and Heidi's about to ult, so they're about to see a lot of damage. There we go, and Heidi ults again, and this is over. Look how fast that happened. And I did move up, so I'm number 4. Let's take a look at that fight again. We're going to walk through it slow. Actually, well, we can speed up for a little bit. All right. Let's speed up for a little bit more. We're about 15 seconds in. I don't like you. Whenever Dante is in the second position, I think that is just a weak Dante. Like the whole strength of Dante is being able to ult fast and hit the team quick. And putting him in second position, he is not going to ult fast. So I think that's a big mistake. Okay, so she used her ult. It did not do much. My team is about to start ulting. Here we go. Heidi is going to be throwing the Spore. And the nice thing about this team is, and you can see here, boom, all of these are going down. Now we got the Rufus shield up. We're going to get the Julius shield up. And Heidi is about to throw again, and it's already all over. The nice thing about this team, too, is you can see here that Rufus provides a shield and Martha provides a ability that both increase hero speed. So once you're about like 30 seconds in, this team starts to move really quick because both of those are up. And Rufus is just like shielding. We got a shield here. This is going to be giving healing across the entire team. And Heidi is going to be the one that is going to be doing the damage. The boosted Heidi just can do quick work of people. I love Heidi in that way. All right. Yeah, so let's take a look at some other examples here. I'll give you kind of teams that I would use. On this type of team, I would probably use maybe even a Rufus here. Keep the Heidi. Celeste. Maybe a Sebastian. Could be something like this. Changing the pets. I usually like to use Oliver on the tank. Unless it's someone special. Axel on Celeste, just to counter that. Dante to Sebastian, because I think Orion has a way to stun. Want to stop that. Heidi to counter this Dante too. And this is the Laura Croft to just kind of stun the entire team before Sebastian can get off a debuff. I'm not going to do that fight right now. But let's go ahead and actually, while I'm thinking about this, we got the War Flag of Frost. Okay, that one was on there. It's just not on my attacking team. I'll have to update that. Okay, yeah. Let's keep on going through some other battles, and let's review some other battles too. Again, the key is to really have a stable of 15 usable heroes. And whenever I say usable heroes, I kind of consider usable heroes anything above 150k power. If you're fighting max teams, you want them to be 150k power to be effective. If they're not, they're probably not going to be that as effective, and even if you have a lot of them, it's going to make it a lot tougher for you. Um, I've intentionally really spread out the different types of heroes. I want to have pure damage. I want to have magic damage. I want to have physical attack. I want to have different healers for different situations, different tanks for different situations, people that can stun. I think that's probably my biggest weakness is people who can stun. I don't have a lot of control heroes. In fact, I don't think I have any built up. I am thinking about building up Jorgen because he can just drain energy and it can be super annoying. Um, but yeah, like you want heroes for different situations. So having a stable and getting that built up is the most important thing for PvP. Um, but once you've done that, let's go ahead and take a look at the PvP today that I did for the our actual fights for Guild War. So we got one fight. I was matched up against this team over here. Let's take a look at it. This is kind of a unique team. We got Galahad, Celeste, Jorgen, Faceless, and Lilith. Um, I went again Aurora. Aurora is going to stop Galahad's physical attack by a decent amount. I had to go Sebastian. Sebastian counters Jorgen. So that makes basically the way he steals energy take that away. Jorgen's also not that great against Aurora because Aurora gains energy just so fast. I went Celeste as a healer and a debuff to their team, and then Heidi and Iris are just a nice little combo as my damage dealers. Let's see how this one goes. I mean, I already know I won this, but I think I won in relatively convincing fashion here. So we got the debuff. That's going to stop Jorgen. We got this dodge artifact up for the first time, which is going to enable Aurora to dodge even more, which is going to allow the dodge artifact, which is going to allow her to dodge even more energy. All right, Aurora just used the ability, and so did Iris. So now we have Galahad is going to be taking pure damage. I was able to knock out that Aurora with Heidi, and Heidi has taken the rest of them out. They did kill my Aurora, but I killed them before they were able to do anything. Pretty easy fight. Next up, it looks like I got a variant of this Orion and Augustus team. Let's take a look at the team that I used. So this one, I used my Aurora, Isaac, Sebastian, and then Orion Augustus. So we have a lot of heroes that we have the same, except I'm using Isaac, he's using Astaroth. Aurora, you don't even have to use Aurora in this situation. There's no physical attack here. So the dodge doesn't really matter. But Aurora is a good offensive tank too. But if I used Rufus, someone like that, I think I'm going to see the exact same result. But okay, we already got the ult off, and I think it probably is an ult with Mara, which and it was before their Sebastian was even able to do anything. You can see here, all these people are ready to ult. It took a while, and Isaac's ready to go again. But they did use Sebastian. But one more time, if Isaac ults again, oh, nope, not able to. But it's just too little, too late. There we go, and was able to beat it. Let's take a look at some of the Guild War fights, or the Clash of World fights that I did today. That's the gates. I attacked the Citadel earlier. I lost one. That was just... We'll show this fight. It was kind of unfortunate. I intentionally brought a Morgan, and my Morgan is not very strong. This is why I need to upgrade her. I brought a Morgan, and I'm just going to magic attack the heck out of Rufus. But Dante was able to get her, and I was hoping Dante would be able to get her because the dodge artifact would have been up here from Aurora before that happens, but still got hit. You can see dodge artifact, Orion's doing his thing, but boom, right there. So I'm able to wipe up their team But now it's just going to be me killing Rufus over and over and over and over and over and over again, and me like not being able to do anything, right? Because all of these are magic heroes. The one that needed was Morgan. So wasn't able to finish that one, but I killed the rest of the team. Next fight, let's take a look. All right, this one is my variant of the team I talked about before. But this time it's really just going up against Aurora. Once I get rid of Aurora, this team should go down pretty quick because it's going to be physical versus physical, and my guys are going to be ulting and being able to dodge. And there's the Aurora, and now this team is going to... There goes Kark. Boom. They're not going to even be able to ult, and knocked out Faceless, knocked out Martha. Done and done. And the last fight here in the Grand Arena, we got Rufus. Okay, again, one of the teams that I showed. This one is going up against the Dante team. Expectation is that Dante is not going to be able to damage these enough without being boosted by Nebula. And this Heidi is going to be able to dodge and throw her or his spore. That's basically going to kill their team. And here we go. The spore got thrown. Their team's starting to go down a little bit. And my shields are starting to come up. So it's going to be hard to damage my team now. And another spore, and that's probably going to do it for most of their team. There goes Dorian. And Dante are out. And yep, now it's just Heidi versus my entire team. And my entire team, like, I mean, they're basically full health there. Yep. Yeah, those are some fights. I would say the heroes that I use a lot of: Heidi, Aurora, Nebula. I use those a lot. Orion, Iris, Sebastian, Celeste, Lara Croft, Xingmao, decent amount. Rufus, certain situations. Aiden, certain situations. Don't really use Yasmin a lot. Just has so many counters. Julius on certain teams, Martha on certain teams, Isaac if you're going against Magic, obviously. Gustus use a lot. Upgrading the Dorian. Heroes that I don't use. Ju. I don't really use Ju that much at all anymore. Very niche cases. I built him up mostly for Osh, and Lara Croft I think is better at Osh anyway. Now. I regret building Cornelius. I did this only for the Osh teams, and I just haven't been able to get it to go. So I put a ton of resources in here for no good reason. Cornelius is not a good hero unless he ults perfectly, and that's PvE, not PvP. Haven't really used Ishmael that much. I might try once I fully upgrade Ishmael. Again, only at 145k power, so still needs a few upgrades here. But I think Ishmael could be good in a area of conquest where if you can fight a weak team and get him to start his ult, he can start to decimate people really well. Also need to keep on upgrading Morrigan. Lyria looks to be a game changer. So once the Hero Tournament of Power comes around, I have enough to upgrade her to Red +2. I'll max out her glyphs. I'll try to max out her skins. I'll probably max these out too and do as much as I can with Ascension. Because she's a real problem for me because I have a lot of dodge teams and she counters those really well. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Shared some good information. If you have particular questions about heroes, please put them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them on future episodes. Thanks so much for watching.